nights on Baseball Night in America. The Dodgers with a 6-game lead in the National League West over the Padres, 7 over the Giants. And while the Red Sox and everybody else are chasing the Toronto Blue Jays across baseball, Blue Jays the best record, period. Red Sox still in possession of the last wild card spot here in late July. We welcome you inside. Hope you're having a great weekend. Joe Davis, the Hall of Famer John Smoltz, Ken Rosenthal with us today as well. Dodgers have gone through it some this year. They've dealt with injuries. They lost 10 of 12 earlier this month. But you put it all together and they still are right where everybody figured they would be, in first place, trying to repeat his chance.
It is pretty amazing. Their roster at the beginning of the year, the best chance to defend, and it hasn't been a smooth road because their roster's been decimated by injuries. But they know how to win. Defending champs have figured out a way despite the injuries in their rotation. You see the numbers are almost identical when you think about last year and what they did. But the Dodgers rebuilt their roster to be dominant to go back to win a championship. If they get that kind of health in their pitching, this will not be a close division, but it has been so far.
As far as the Red Sox go, it's like they can't figure out if they're good or not. About a month ago, it looked like they were going to be sellers, and everybody had kind of written them off. Where they got hot going into the break. They won 10 consecutive games to get back into the picture, only to stumble coming out of the break going 2-5.
Well, the next 7 days are going to be really important for the organization to decide what do they do. Do they add? Are they in the mix? They're in the playoffs as we speak. This young athletic roster are starting to develop into something special. But when you think about what they did in the first 10-game winning streak of the season, look what they've done since. Now, some of that has to do with the schedule. But the good news is for the Red Sox, they have their best pitcher, the hottest pitcher in the league, going for them. They've won a ton of games with him. They hope to turn this game into a 1-1 series.
A marquee matchup with these franchises and marquee matchup with these left-handers. Garrett Crochet is the guy you're talking about. 7 consecutive winning decisions for him. Leads the majors in strikeouts. He's got a .219 ERA as he looks for an 8th consecutive win.
Well, he's dominant. He's got all the pitches. He's going to primarily come after you with 3 different fastballs. He's owned Ohtani in this brief 5 at-bats, but he's the guy on the mound for the Red Sox to gain momentum and turn this second half, which has been a little lumpy since the All-Star break.
The lineup for the Dodgers brought to you by Rinvo. Shohei Ohtani leads off, and then it's Will Smith hitting second and catching. Tasker Hernandez in right field. Freddie Freeman at first base, the cleanup man. Pages in center. Tommy Edmonds at third as they continue to wait for Max Muncy to come back from the injured list. Mookie Betts expected to rejoin the team at some point tonight. He's been away for family reasons, but Rojas starts at short as Stewie Ruiz in left and Ha-Seong Kim at second. Ohtani with 7 home runs over his last 12 games and 37 for the year to lead the National League. He climbs in, Crochet comes home, and off we go with strike 1.
Ohtani's actually hit better off of left-handers than he has right-handers, but this is not your typical left-handed pitcher. He'll throw inside a lot, too, with 2 strikes, and he's just going to come after you and bully you. There's the inside part. He'll command the fastball, cutter, occasional sinker, and then the breaking pitches. Slider is really tough.
26 years old, out of a small town in the Gulf, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Is 1-1 to Ohtani, is lifted in the air to deep center field. Rafael is going back onto the track. It is gone to dead center field. The 38th of the year for Shohei Ohtani is to dead center at Fenway off Garrett Crochet.
Well, I said he did own him. He had 4 strikeouts in his first 5 at-bats, and he took a fastball to the, not the deepest part of the park, but the center fielder will tell you all you need to know as a starting pitcher when he's just kind of sitting there looking, uh-oh.
There are not too many guys that get it out right there in this ballpark. And for Ohtani, his 6th home run in his last 7 games, his 8th out of his last 13. Strike on Will Smith, 0-2.
Well, a lot of the wins have come on the road for Crochet. For whatever reason, his team has not given him much run support at home. He hasn't had many wins at home. Hoping to shake that, but got treated rudely on the first at-bat of the game.
If there's been a time to get Crochet, it's been the first couple innings. He sits down Will Smith for the first out of the night.
First fastball he threw to Ohtani was down. He missed it. And then this fastball that he ends up hitting out of the ballpark ends up being right down the middle.
Thing of beauty. And now Teoscar Hernandez taking a strike. Well, for Hernandez, it's been a struggle for a lot of this season. Since he injured his groin back in early May, he has not been the same. He went deep last night, though. His first home run in a month, and launches this ball towards the monster. It is gone, and it's the second home run of this first inning. Teoscar Hernandez loves hitting at Fenway Park. His 16th career home run here, and it's 2-0 Dodgers. He went more than a month without a home run, comes to Fenway, and he's got 2 in as many nights.
Breaking ball that just hangs, and if you hang a breaking ball to a right-handed hitter, that short wall gets small. It's very tall, but it gets small because it's not very, you don't have to hit it a long ways to hit it out.
This is only the second time this year in Garrett Crochet's 22 starts that he's given up multiple home runs, and it comes over the first 3 hitters. And now Freddie Freeman with a paper cut of an infield hit to Crochet. Well, Fox Foresight is powered by Google Cloud. I don't know if these numbers are going to have to shift from when we built the graphic a few minutes ago. Already 2 home runs against him. The guy that leads the majors in strikeouts. Top 5 in strikeouts per 9. And has been the clear-cut ace of this Red Sox team. As impactful of a trade pickup as there was in baseball this offseason. And now the Red Sox thinking about ways they can help supplement him in the rotation going into the deadline. Andy Pajes scorches a base hit to left field, and the Dodgers all over Crochet. Freeman heads for third. Here's the throw in time. Duran with an outfield assist.
It's going to be close. They're going to want to look at it. I think the tag. They're trying to decide, the Dodgers right now, whether or not to look at this replay.
Looks like they're going to challenge.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the tag and the nonchalant. Watch the tag. See how it just kind of misses them the first time? It looks to the umpire that he gets him, but I think he's going to have to be safe.
So they will challenge, as the rookie umpire James Jean said that he got him down there. Freddie Freeman running the bases aggressively, seeing Duran kind of flat-footed.
Yeah, Duran just kind of nonchalants this, thinking there's no way that Freddie's going to third, and Freddie takes advantage of it. Now the tag gets down, he's out, but it kind of swipes and misses him. See, the ball's there, and then watch the swipe, and it just misses him. Catches him up high on the leg. It's going to be close.
This is an area where the Red Sox, as they've missed the postseason the last few years, have been consistently not very good. That is defensively. Better this year, better with the addition of Alex Bregman at third. Trevor Story's improved at short. Dodgers trying to take 90 feet on him here with flat-footed Duran and left there.
Well, the theme that the Dodgers have come out and shown me is that this is an aggressive strike-throwing pitcher, and this Dodger team is very patient, but they haven't been patient here. They're jumping on him early, take advantage of those strikes early, and put 2 and possibly more on the scoreboard in the first inning.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out. Los Angeles moves out.
So they confirm the call, and Freddie Freeman's the second out of the inning as Duran recovers to get an outfield assist.
And I think this was close when I first said it, and I think that that's the reason they didn't overturn it. You got to have definitive and angle and that split-second decision to be an out, but a big play nonetheless for Crochet, and the Dodgers rally might be cut short here.
After the 4th hit of this first inning against Crochet, now it's Tommy Edman taking ball 1. Tommy Edman, who was a postseason star for the Dodgers last year, hit .328 in October for the Dodgers and then signed a long-term extension to come back. But in an injury-riddled year, he's at just .227 this year. The 1-0 from Crochet is outside.
For whatever reason in the first at bats, and maybe that's part of the season that has not gone right for Edman. He does not draw many walks in the first at bat. Against left-handers, that is.
Smacks his ball to center field right at Rafaela. That'll bring this first inning to a close, but a pair of home runs against Garrett Crochet. Ohtani with a leadoff shot to open this ball game. His 38th of the season, his 6th in his last 7 games, and then Hernandez clears the monster. Dodgers get 2. Kershaw takes the mound. Story hitting 5th. Carlos Narvaez back in there with Duran, Rafaela, and Toro rounding out the lineup for Alex Cora against Clayton Kershaw in his 18th season, an all-star for the 11th time. Kershaw gave up 5 runs in his first game. He's got a .265 in the 10 games since, and he starts Refsnyder with a strike.
And one of the greatest left-handers to ever pitch, and he is learning to pitch without that velocity and doing a nice job. And the key for Kershaw now, with 90 miles an hour or so of his fastball, is get ahead. When he's behind, the league is hitting way too high. That's not accustomed, and he's learning how to use those breaking balls that he's so good with. Most of the strikeouts come in with breaking balls.
In the dirt to Refsnyder. This is the best breaking ball hitting team in the American League here in the Red Sox, and this is one of the best hitters in the league against lefties. The veteran Refsnyder DHs today. Kershaw brings him a 1-2. Refsnyder checks his swing. 2-2. Red Sox offense boom or bust, kind of like the team as a whole. When you see the streakiness they've had, they've scored 10 runs 16 times. That's the most in the American League, but they've also had a bunch of nights like last night where the offense just goes silent. Chop it to Rojas. 1 away.
Yeah, and the other theme that has really been tough is they haven't had the lead much in the second half of the season. You know, they'll be at small sample size. They've got to find a way to get the lead because they've been fighting their way back in these games and just not proven enough.
Really tough start to the second half for Alex Cora's team. Cubs, Phillies, Dodgers. A little high on Alex Bregman. They've gone 2-5 in that stretch. Still, though, in playoff position. The Texas Rangers nipping at their heels now for that last spot. 2-0 on Bregman. And what a pickup this guy has been. Had the bad quad injury where doctors told him that it was going to be about 8 weeks, but he hustled back even before it felt ready because he said, I know I might not be able to run right, but my back can help us. Swings and misses here, and it's 2-1. It's the best he's been since he was an MVP caliber player, 2018 and 19 in Houston. Crank down the line, foul.
Yeah, to me, this is one of the most surprising signings for me personally. I just didn't see it being a fit here. Not that he wouldn't be successful here, but you had the Devers situation, and then we all know how that played out. It has played out where Devers is now in San Francisco. So the main guy, Bregman, holding down third base and trying to put his bat to work.
Lays off this curveball. Alex Cora was telling us how frustrated Bregman's been with the way he's hit since coming back at just .228 in his 9 games off of the injured list. And Alex was like, you've been out for a month and a half, dude. Like, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some time. And he thought last night the swing looked like it was fully back. Hit a couple balls really hard. On a payoff from Kershaw, he pops it up. Foul ground at first. Freddie Freeman steps back over the line, makes the catch, 2 away. Time to check in with Ken Rosenthal.
Joe, when I asked Clayton Kershaw yesterday how he compares himself to Garrett Crochet, he said he throws way harder than I do. That certainly is true now. Crochet's average fastball is 96 miles an hour. Kershaw's is 89. Now, Kershaw in his prime threw nearly as hard as Crochet, but he said he doesn't like to think about how much his stuff has diminished. He said, there's no point in chasing the past. Whatever I have that day, I just try to get outs.
And you don't pitch for 18 years without evolving, and like you were talking about, finding a way to pitch without that. It's high on Roman Anthony.
Yeah, he has definitely gotten used to it. The more you pitch at this level and knowing he's such a competitor, he will figure out a way. Kind of like the guy that's going in the Hall of Fame this year, CC Sabathia. CC went from power pitcher, strikeout machine, to learning how to pitch at 90, cutting, changing speeds, and it's kind of where Clayton is right now in his career.
Brings the 3-0 to the rookie. There's a strike. You put it all together, he's crossed 3,000 strikeouts for his career this year. And a Legends pick for the All-Star game, his 11th selection. Anthony's got a walk. We'll get a chance right there to talk about the 21-year-old top prospect in baseball who's come up and really impressed people around Boston.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of prospects here and a lot of talent here. Some delayed in their development, some progressed, and that's what they're trying to figure out on the fly and win with a young team, a team that needs to be a little bit better defensively.
Romy Gonzalez with 2 away takes the ball. You saw Marcelo Meyer there put on the injured list yesterday with a wrist injury. That's a big loss for him. He's one of those young guys you're talking about that was getting better and better. And the trickle down to that is against right-handed pitching, you lose Rafaela's center field defense. He's coming in to play second base. Duran good in center, but he's not Rafaela.
Yeah, you're taking a lot of that speed out of center, putting it at second.
.2-0 from Kershaw, bounces in there, and he's lost it a little bit here after retiring the first 2.
Well, this guy's got some power, and when he hits the ball, he hits it. They call that hard hit rate, where they give a percentage of the time the hitters hit the ball hard. And off of left-handers, he does that well over 50%, 60% of the time.
#1 in the American League. Big bouncer here to Kim. Charges, steps on the bag, and ends a scoreless first inning for Kershaw. We're off and rolling at Fenway Park. Dodgers with an early 2-0 lead.
2-2, this is a pitch right here. You don't want to go back to 0-2 to 3-2. This is where Clayton wants to make his best pitch he can to create action one way or another. Swing and a miss or a ground ball out.
He's got 2 strikes on all 3 hitters in this inning, looking for that put-away pitch. Here he comes to Duran, and a shot to right center field. Pages on the run, over his head, and this game is tied. Narvaez coming home. Duran is headed for third. Throw from Kim, goes to the backstop, 2-2. Jarren Duran showing off that speed.
Well, Clayton tried to give him a different look and dropped down, but he dropped down and threw a fastball instead of a breaking ball, and he was all over it. Now, this only question is who was going to get thrown out. It was not going to be Duran. It might have been the runner at home, but not to happen.
Walk, double, triple. All 3 guys Kershaw was ahead of with 2 strikes. And now the go-ahead run 90 feet away, and Cedar Rafaela at the plate. One of the breakout stars of the summer for the Red Sox, really across the American League. It had been elite center field defense for a year plus, but the last 2 months he's hitting above 300 with power. Swings and misses, and again 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think that was a splitter, and Rafaela will chase a lot of breaking balls, a lot of swing rates at pitches that are not fastballs, and you see that perfectly placed at the bottom of the zone.
Most aggressive hitter in baseball up there, and Rafaela takes in the dirt this time, and it's 1-2.
So the difference right now for Kershaw, and the reason why he's not putting guys away right away after he gets 2 strikes, is the pitches are a little bit off the plane of where they swung at. So that one started too low out of his hand, and the hitter's not enticed to swing at that in a defensive 2-strike count. And that's the second pitch right out of his hand. The hitter knows that's a ball. And what happens is it resets the hitter now to a neutral count at 2-2. 0-2, he's on the alert for that pitch at the bottom of the zone. And these last 2 pitches, like many in this inning, have not been close enough once he's gotten 0-2.
This movie's on loop here. 4 straight hitters. And now foul.
See, here's the relay, and I'm thinking he's got a chance at the plate, and it's short hops. See how it takes a big old hop past. Duran was never in question. He can fly.
Another 2-2 from Kershaw. Rafaela fouls it again.
So the pitch that would get him right now after that slow breaking ball would be the slider that he could throw to the back foot that starts over the middle of the plate. He's thrown a couple splitters that have given a really, really good pitch away, but nothing inside to swing over the top of the pitch to his back foot. Looks like they're going splitter again.
Another 2-2 to Rafaela. Went up with it, and it's popped up. That's as good as a strikeout for Kershaw. Rojas will put it away. And he finally gets the first out of this inning. 42 pitches in and just 1 gone in the second.
Well, that was a big out, because now they can play the infield in again with a runner on third and less than 2 outs. Try to cut down that run. They know when you're going against a great pitcher in Crochet on the other side, you've already gotten those 2 runs. You don't want to fall too far behind an elite pitcher like him.
Now the 9-hitter Abraham Toro. Infield stays in. Kershaw comes home. Toro takes it down. Toro's been an important player for him this year. Signed a tiny contract. Started in AAA. Came up when Tristan Casas was hurt. And has had a career year. Chases and misses. There's a splitter again, which Kershaw threw a career high 15 times his last time out against Milwaukee. For years been talking about, yeah, change up, I've messed with it, but he said, I'll use it when I have to. He's gotten to the point where he feels like he needs that pitch. Toro into center field. Pages is there. Duran heads in from third, and Pages' throw has no chance. Red Sox take the lead. On a sacrifice fly from Abraham Toro.
I'll tell you what, Pages would have got just about everybody else other than Duran with that throw. Made a great throw. Had to do it back foot just without any kind of momentum. But the speed of this Red Sox team makes them a little bit different.
So 3 for the Red Sox here in the second. Back at the top, and Rob Refsnyder rakes the first pitch foul.
Well, the one pitch that Kershaw gets a lot of strikes with is not the pitch he's getting it with right now. Only 7 of those 20 sliders have been for strikes.
Tap back to him here. Over to first he goes, and that'll end the inning. But the first 3 reach with 2 strikes and all coming to score. Big swing comes from Jarren Duran. A 2-run triple for the dynamic left-handed hitter. Red Sox go from down 2-0 to ahead 3-2 just like that. After 0 for 4 with 4 Ks last night, singled against Crochet his first time tonight. He's dealing with a bit of a shoulder injury, his back shoulder. Bothering him in his swing, but having to play through it without Mookie Betts in town for these first couple nights of the series. All told, it's been an impressive rookie campaign. Over from Korea. Fouls it off, and it's 0-2. Started the season in AAA. came up because of injuries. The expectations were not particularly high because he hadn't hit very well in spring training, but he started to overhaul his swing right away, got rid of a big leg kick, and has shown up and hit well above 300 pretty much from the start. Good lead for Ruiz. Not going. Fouled off. You can see how he's bracing that left arm, though, in his follow-through. Which doesn't quite look right.
Well, at some point here, I don't know how many more pitches, but Ruiz is getting that aggressive lead. You would think he's got to try to do something with a 2-strike count here on Kim.
Flexing that hand, cranking that shoulder around with every swing. Mookie Betts has arrived. Dave Roberts was hoping that he would stay away from him tonight. Wasn't going to rule it out that he could use him late off of the bench. Good chance he's back in the lineup tomorrow.
Doing a pretty good job hanging in there on a fastball that gets by him.
Winston in pain. Ruiz at first with 2 out and a 3-2 game here in the 4th. Another 0-2 from Garrett Crochet to Ha-Seong Kim. A little better lead this time. Still not going, though. And then Kim almost got hit. Back down to first. Tag is not there in time. Ruiz able to scamper in under Toro's glove.
Well, he was out, but they couldn't get the throw on line. Secondary lead as soon as the pitch is thrown. We see the ball is delivered anywhere close to first base, and he would have been out.
One and two. Here it comes. Kim takes just outside. A little bit up. 2-2. Eighth pitch. Up the middle. Gonzalez can't get to this one. Ruiz heads for third, and they're at the corners with 2 out. How about Ha-Seong Kim? Bad shoulder and all. 2 for 2 with his tough lefty-lefty matchup against Crochet.
That was unbelievable at bat. 2 strikes. Kept fighting off the pitches, working the pitch count up. Ended up being a great decision to not send the runner. And part of that might be the man that's coming to the plate right now. In case Kim were to get up and on base, Mr. Everything's at the plate.
It makes what Kim does right there that much more important. With Ohtani coming up here, tying run at third, go ahead run at first. And Ohtani, who's 1 for 2 in this game with a home run to lead off the game.
There's that throw and the pitch up and in. And Ohtani in this game has taken advantage of a mistake fastball over the middle of the plate, but then when they got him, they got the fastball up. We talked about it. They made the pitch. I think he's done. He's leaving. He's going home.
Where's he going?
Just kidding. He's going to get a.
He waved like he was on his way out.
Going to get one of those pads. So here's the target one the first time when he was trying to get him out and see where the pitch was right down the middle. That didn't get him out, but then look, he went higher with the target and delivered. Beat him to the barrel of the bat.
All right, so tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead run at first with Kim's speed. First one from Crochet. Ohtani hits it foul. Dodgers looking for a 4th win out of their last 5 games. Red Sox trying to get things headed in the right direction again with this tough start to the second half. 0-1 from Crochet. Fouled back, and it's 0-2.
Well, Crochet knows he got away with one right there. He's the little discussion or disgust on catching that ball. That pitch caught too much part of the plate. They tried to go up, and he pulls it and gets away with it just because of the good velocity.
Strikes him out on 3 pitches. Garrett Crochet's 6th strikeout of the game gets Ohtani, and strands 2, keeping Boston ahead. Hey, he's never given up a hit when he's been mic'd up and talking to us, so I think you should consider doing it for a real game. Roman Anthony has reached both times against him. Launches this ball to left center field. Pages on the run. Watch it hit off the monster and ricochet back towards the infield. Picked up by Ruiz. Here's the relay to the plate from Kim. It is not in time. A 2-out rally for the Red Sox. Anthony drives in Bregman and makes it 4-2.
Well, Bregman with that injury was not trying to do too much and just trying to run in stride. It's not the speed he normally has, but it was just enough. When you see him rounding the bases and just beating the throw. Watch this throw coming in, perfect relay, and I mean just gets the foot down. It's the hardest base to get a slide and your foot down because it's flat. I've always felt, and I know you've heard me say this, man, would it be awesome to have a technology where that thing pops up and you can be a 4th base instead of this flat? But look how he's running almost just straight up and down, trying not to get too much on that leg.
Yeah, and it looks like this may be it for Clayton Kershaw. Boy, could not put away Bregman to finish off the 5 innings. Bregman singles on the 10th pitch of the at-bat. And then the rookie Anthony comes up and extends his day to 2 for 2 with a walk. Walk, single, double, RBI. And it chases Clayton Kershaw here in the 5th. Dave Roberts making his return to Fenway Park as the manager of the Dodgers. The Steel, as it'll always be known by, to help extend their season and end that long wait, winning the World Series. And then back here in 2018, what a great greeting he got at Fenway Park when the Dodgers and Red Sox met up in the Fall Classic. We asked him, do you have to pay for any meals? So you got to pay for any. Lit into second, and Derek Jeter said to him, how in the you-know-what did you just do that? His wife Tricia, his daughter Emmy, in attendance here today. Emmy goes 7 years old, still throwing triple digits. He's given up 1 earned run his last 20 games. Tommy Edman lofts the first pitch he sees into center field. Rafaela, 1 pitch, 1 out for Chapman.
One of the greatest feelings in the world to come in for a save and get your first pitch out in a 2-run game. There's just nothing better than that.
So 1 gone. Rojas to the plate. Ken Rosenthal. We get the deadline coming up on Thursday. What are we watching for?
We're watching for Eugenio Suarez for 1. He will probably be the biggest name traded. The Diamondbacks also are willing to trade both Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly. But what I'm looking for is the one surprise. Who is going to be the name that we don't expect? Will it be Joe Ryan? Will it be Mackenzie Gore? Will it be someone else entirely?
How about Paul Skeens? Let's throw something out there.
Ooh,
Come
let's
on,
get
Kenny.
weird, Kenny. What do you think?
That is not happening.
Jeez, party pooper. Rojas pops it foul. I don't know who's going to get traded, but I know this. Ken Rosenthal will know it first. We'll all be looking to him for the details as this crazy, always fun week rolls on. Both these teams will be involved. Red Sox in playoff position, Dodgers in first.
I am most intrigued, believe it or not, because I just don't. There hasn't been a history of a lot of moves there, and what Milwaukee Brewers are going to do.
Do something.
For your fan base, do something to reward what has been an unbelievable year.
Rojas down the right field line. Anthony's over. 2 gone in the 9th. There's 2018, they made a few moves. They got Jonathan Scope. They got Mike Moustakas. They went to a 7th game of the National League Championship Series. They were that close to going to the World Series. They are really close to making the same kind of push.
Absolutely.
A little bit of help. Ruiz, the last hope for the Dodgers against Chapman. Joe's bunt takes a ball. If this game gets extended, you're going to have some great television. Guess who's in the on-deck circle? Mookie Betts, his first appearance this weekend at Fenway Park. Been away for personal reasons. He was with his family in Nashville. Didn't arrive here in Boston until mid-game tonight. 2-0 on Ruiz. On Wednesday at Dodger Stadium, Ruiz was at the plate with a game on the line. Dodgers down to their last out. He earned a walk. And right after that, Freddie Freeman came up with a game-winning hit. 3 balls and no strikes. It's the same thing on Wednesday. This is a guy who is light hitting, slap hitter. These figure guys that come right after. Chapman's falling behind him 3-0. Dodgers have not scored since the first inning of this game. 14 strikeouts for LA, one shy of the most that they've had this year. Chapman trying to finish off what Garrett Crochet started, get him his 8th consecutive win, 12th total. Mookie Betts, shadows over there on deck. Strike one.
Really got to take one more, don't you? If you're the Dodgers, Mookie Betts on deck.
It's ball 4, and it's Mookie Betts at Fenway Park with 2 gone in the 9th inning. Coming up as the tying run. Made for the movies. Betts has hit so many home runs over that monster. Could tie it with one swing. Strike one from Chapman. It has not been the same Mookie Betts this year. By far his worst offensive season. At just 238. Unrecognizable numbers. The perennial all-star, the former Red Sox. On an 0-1. Swings and misses. Just like that 0-2. Not an easy ask. Show up mid-game, go up their game on the line against you.
No, and I thought if there was ever a time he was going to swing at the first pitch, it would have been tonight, coming into the situation like that. He does not swing a lot at the first pitch, got aggressive after the first pitch, and swung at a ball.
Ohtani waits on deck as Betts waits on this 0-2 pitch. Aroldis Chapman fires and misses high and away. Everybody's standing. Close to 40,000 in another packed house at this picture-perfect park. The 1-2 pitch. Count evens 2-2. And like Betts was looming while Ruiz was hitting, Ohtani looming with Betts up there. Two outs, 2 strikes in the 9th. Chapman to Betts. Fouls it off. Mookie Betts against Aroldis Chapman in his career, 4 for 9 with a home run. Another 2-2 pitch. lays off, and the count is full from 0-2 to 3-2 on bets. The 27th elusive out, even for a guy like Aroldis Chapman. Tying run at the plate. 2 outs in the 9th inning. 3-2 pitch. Mookie Betts takes strike 3, and that's the ball game. Chapman gets the save. Red Sox tie the series at a game apiece.
One swing and that whole at bat, and then a 3-2 pitch right there that absolutely froze him. I mean, this is right there. Mookie knew it.
Good, and pulled the trigger, take strike 3, and the Red Sox take the game 4-2. So tomorrow becomes the rubber match as Walker Buehler faces his old club against Dustin May.